Oh man, I tell you. Let's see. Where am I? Where is my image? Get that off there. There we go. Hey, it is. This is boot camp week, business networking boot camp week. I'm bring our inspiration specialist in here in just a moment here. Russ Hedge is in the green room, and I'll tell you, it was a good weekend. Super Bowl weekend is always a lot of fun. We're a football family, so we enjoyed it, and all the festivities and cooking up 5 pounds of wings and whatnot. So, but on Saturday, Russ had a book signing, and it's one of those things where he's had a number of these and great events, and finally, I was able to make one in person. And it's, I was just say, it's great to see Russ in his natural habitat. So that was a lot of fun. But this week is the Business Networking Boot Camp, and that's starting this afternoon at 2 to 2:30 Pacific Standard Time. Those sessions will be recorded and available until noon on Saturday. So it'll give you a chance to take a look. But what we're really focusing in on is, we know business networking is important, but what is it that you actually do? How do you, when I was in college, they told me, Scott, you need to go to networking events. You need to connect. You need to grow and develop that network. And it was, but who should I connect to? How do I connect to them? And then once I've connected to them, what do I actually do? So in the business networking boot camp that we're going to have this afternoon, starting this afternoon, it's every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday will conclude and get geared up for Friday and launching into your weekend. But today we're going to really look at the ROI of networking. And so that'll be a lot of fun. We'll take a look at that. But let me go ahead and bring Russ into the room here. There he is. And, I'm going to put our,
good morning.
Good to see you. I'm going to put our names up here. So there we go. And I'll just say, Russ and I have been working together. Well, we've been friends for a long time. We've been working together for a while. And obviously, one of the things that we have in common is the experience, and that is Wednesday mornings. It's mornings here on the Pacific Coast. So 7 a.m. to 7:30. It goes fast. We have great guests. It's a talk show. And then we also have a special edition. So we keep your eyes open, because we are connected around the world with a lot of folks, and trying to find times that fit. And so especially if you're in, say, Australia, right, Russ?
Yes. Actually, yeah. I mean, so our guest this Thursday at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time, special edition, is Stephen and Donna Fry. So I got to tell you, super great friends. Met them through COVID and through their wonderful experience of connecting with people every day for an entire year. And I was blessed to be one of those people, and then we became friends. They've been on my show a couple times. But what is so exciting, they were happy to come on at 7 a.m. our time, which is like 1:30 or 2 in the morning their time. I'm like, no. You don't have to do that. It's okay. So right. We're gonna get them at a little bit better timing for them. So no, it's super fun, and we have got such great response for the experience. Not only we're booked out through May on the main show, but the special editions, I think we've got 3 already scheduled. So
yep.
Yeah, super excited about that.
When you live in a family of 7 billion people, turns out it's hard to fit them in 2 at a time, and so we need to run a few additional shows, some extra shows.
Did you like that drop, that action drop I had there? I was trying to get down to your level, so I dropped my chair. Do I look better?
Yeah, there you go. It's squared up nicely.
Thank you.
Also on the 19th of this month, there's a networking opportunity. So it's in the Business Networking Tips Facebook group, we do focus in on education. It's not a referrals or a leads group. We do focus on the education, but we do have a networking opportunity every month, and that is the Global Virtual Tea Break. And I have to show check this out.
Oh, why don't I have mine yet? What's up with that?
I just got mine on I ordered this, and it
Oh,
just came on Friday. And so we've got a worldwide community of thought leaders and entrepreneurs, and that is, well, on that side it says connecting business owners around the world digitally. And if you can read on there, it also says inspire, learn, and motivate, which is perfect because we have an inspiration specialist and a motivational listener right here on the networking Q&A time.
There you go. And I have got to get one of those. I love those kind of cups. And since we're talking cups, hang on. I'll be right back. This is live. Live action. Hang on.
There we go. Yeah, and I want to ask Russ about his network. So he wrote this book, Befuddled: Live the Life You Choose, and has been able to get that into a number of bookstores. And so I think a lot of folks out there that have something to say and have written a book or thinking about writing a book would be interested in what Russ has to say about how to get a book into a physical bookstore. So that's our special. That is our sponsor for February for the experience. That is a beautiful mug.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
They have nice looking stuff. Laura Gillot and the Gillot Home Team, February sponsor for the experience, live with Russ and Scott. And yeah, what a great support they are. So yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to Laura. Whoop whoop.
Well, that's good. I'm looking at the graphic to be able to create, because I'm gonna order a mug for the experience with Russ and Scott, because I want to have a mug for each show. I want to have a mug for the tea break, and then I want to have a mug specifically for the experience.
Well, we're gonna have to talk about that, because obviously I have to get mugs too, because I don't want to be left out.
Exclude you on this one. I had to. So I'll just say I did this through Zazzle, Zazzle.com, and I've used them in the past, but it's been a number of years. And I chose the mug. I uploaded the graphic. The process went very smooth. I was doubtful. I wondered what the quality of that mug was. I tell you, I like the quality of the mug. And the printing is outstanding, and they picked up the subtle colors in there. This little gold bit down here and stuff.
That's nice.
So, now that I know, we'll get them for the experience.
There you go. I think we need to do that. And hey, while I'm thinking about you and the experience, speaking of the experience of life, and this last Saturday I had a book signing event for Befuddled: Live the Life You Choose. And Scott, my good friend, came to support me. And I can't even tell you, Scott, how much I appreciate you coming by. It was a great event. Actually, it was crazy because started off with quite a few people, had a little lull in the middle, which, is normal. And then just had like an onslaught at the end. In fact, I had packed up and a lady goes, "Oh, I missed out." So I had to go out and get a book to sell to her after I had already left. And then on the way home, somebody called me. I missed it and I sold another one. But it was just great having the time to get out there. I'm going to have to order more books now, and excited about being able to do that. I just keep your eyes and ears open, because not only do you need to go to Scott's boot camp that's happening now, and be there for the experience live with Russ and Scott. Look for Scott's podcast. Look for mine, Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. But I also have more book events upcoming. If you're in the local area, I'm going to spread out.
That's what I want you to talk about. How a lot of people write books, and then they sit in the closet, and maybe they get given away a little bit. But you've been able to get them into a number of bookstores. And
yeah.
Can you talk about how you were able to actually do that?
I just ask people. Actually, no, it's true. This is one thing that I try to inspire people with, and being an inspiration specialist. Really, you just need to put yourself out there and not be afraid for people to say no and be afraid to fail. So I consider myself a master connector, and I've worked on connecting like crazy locally before COVID. And so I was blessed with great connections, people that own bookstores and own coffee shops and things. So that's how I was able to get it into local bookstores and a local coffee shop. I have it in one coffee shop in Lebanon, Oregon, where they just sold a copy the other day. So just nice to have a couple copies here and there for people to pick up when they're grabbing a cup of coffee, when they're grabbing their Christian book supplies, whatever. Also, those people own stores in other areas. So I'm going to be looking up into the Portland area and up into Washington even. We'll see how that goes, because people up there don't really know me yet. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's just a matter really of asking people. And also think about that. I thought out of the box. In Lebanon, I didn't really know any bookstore owners. So I just asked a coffee shop that I know, and they just put it in the coffee shop and are selling it out of there. So, there's a lot of opportunity out there. You just have to kind of step forward and make it happen.
So I love that. So what happened really was you had already built a network. You weren't looking to create this necessarily from scratch when you wrote the book. You'd been doing this for a number of years, and the big key is maintaining those relationships.
Right. Oh my goodness. Yeah. This is the thing about networking and connection. You can't network and then stop. First of all, everybody will forget you. I mean, I don't mean that negatively. They just will. If you're not around consistently, they're gonna forget you. Number two is you need to keep it up. Repetition. I have 5 steps to connection. Number 1 is start. Number 5 is just continue. Repeat and do it again. I'm spacing my 5th step word, but that's what it means. So yeah, the whole point with that is you have to continue to do that. Now, online with COVID, a lot of people have said, well, how can I keep up? I can't get out anywhere. Well, first of all, that's not true. Even in lockdown situations, you can see that I've been able to do things. You have to put masks on, you have to have smaller groups, but you can do a certain amount. Number 2, connect with people online and just keep connecting, right? I mean, I was connecting with a guy this morning, Michael, on LinkedIn, that I've just got to know and really active. And I just sent him a note this morning. Hey, just looking forward to getting together again. I hope you're having an awesome day. Just continue that connection. Somebody has got to step out, and you can say, I've had people say, well, they never reach out to me. So what? Who cares? I mean, there's always one person that reaches out more than others. There is in friendship relationships. One person always puts out more than the other. And that doesn't mean the other person doesn't care. It's just the personality and the actual activeness of one person just likes to do that. So you're going to always have one that's going to, I have friends that I constantly stay in contact with, and they hardly ever send me stuff back, but it's okay because I want to be in contact with them. So if you want it to happen, you got to make it happen yourself, and you got to keep doing it over and over and over.
And that's a really good point. I find myself in the same position that you are. I'll reach out to a friend and they're like, wow, I haven't talked to you in a few months. And I was like, yeah, because you never called. And but I'm not discouraged about it. How many people, so I know you've got a lot of people in your network, but on average, on a daily basis, how many people are you trying to connect with? And in what ways?
Yeah, I really should quantitatively put a number to it because it's something that I need to be more specific about with others, but I just keep doing it. So I would say at least I reach out to at least 10 new people, 10 to 12 new people a day, minimum, some days more. I reconnect and I touch base with a lot of people. I like to encourage people, but there are days even us inspiration specialists are not super inspired, right? The best way to encourage myself and to inspire myself, other than my morning devotionals and scripture that I read, which is always uplifting, is to encourage other people. And so what I do is I reach out and I tell somebody else, hope you're going to have an awesome day. Just thinking about you, praying for you, whatever I say. Yep. But I'm connecting with them and I'm encouraging them. And sometimes during COVID, I had a fun time. I realized you could take a little video just on your text message thing and send it to somebody. And so I'll do like a 10-second video. Hey, Scott. I mean, I'm sure I've sent you one, Scott. Hey, Scott, how's it going? Great to see you. Just wanted to encourage you. Hope you have an awesome day. And they can actually see me and hear me saying it. And our friend Michael Keating over in Germany, he loves to send them back to me, and other people too. Jason Cooper in Dublin,
Mhm.
Ireland, he'll send them back to me when he's running through the hills of Ireland, which is all kind of a cool thing all in itself. But anyway, but we'll
The
send
guys in
videos back.
the guys in my mastermind group, we use Marco Polo,
Yeah,
which is a very short video. It's like video texting is probably the best way to put it. And we can do group messages and we can do individual. So those are really good. But I like I'll just say you're above average in the number of people that you reach out to. My recommendation is that you connect to people within your network, at least 3 to 5 people per day.
right.
And it depends on your personality and their preference.
Yeah.
So sometimes, face to face is wonderful. However, it is not as efficient as, say, a text message as far as being able to get connected. But if that person is very comfortable with that, that can be a great, a text message can be a great direct message on any one of the social platforms. But reaching out to 3 to 5 people within your network, and I'm talking about your existing network, and I know you're also connecting to people that you don't know.
Yeah, well, and it's also, I think you need to change it up. Okay, so if you sent an email to one person every day, well, that's not a bad thing, but let's say you sent every day and that's all you did.
Mhm.
It's kind of the same old, same old. This is just, I mean, it's not bad, but why not send them an email one day, send them a text message another day, send them a video message another day, send them a Facebook message another day. Why don't you mix it up a little bit, and let people know that you're grateful for them. I am this morning, I think God just really impressed it on me, but I have a little bottle here. I don't know. Anybody who's on Facebook probably saw that, but I have this little bottle and on it says joy. Isn't that cool? It's a little teeny bottle. I was given this by a friend, Echo Alexander.
Yeah.
She was out of Corvallis, and we were part of a networking group. And I am just a joyful, upbeat person normally, but we can all use more joy at times. Anyway, she gave me this little bottle. It said joy on the top. You can't read it, but it says joy. And she said, just put a little dab over your heart each day of joy, and joy in a bottle. Anyway, it really spoke to me. And I don't know, it wasn't that I was having a bad day when she gave it to me, but it really spoke to me. So I just started doing it. It reminds me of the joy of the Lord every day. And so I just started doing it. I put a little dab on my heart every day. And so this morning I wrote a little thing about it just to encourage people. And this is another thing you can do. So we're talking about networking is when you're doing things, think of people and tag people. I tagged her in the thing and let them know how much you appreciate things they've done, because her words and her action really meant a lot to me. And some days I need it more than others. Even though I'm an inspiring guy, normally doesn't mean I don't need inspiration. So anyway, so I just tagged her and did a little thing that also I think encourages other people. It hopefully will inspire and encourage other people, because the actions and the words we use and we say and we do mean so much. Words mean things, actions mean things. So get out there, help and inspire
I like
others.
the idea of mixing it up. So like so many people, I'm on Facebook and I get the little notification that says today these people have birthdays. And in many cases, I'll write a little message to that person. But what's really fun is when you get a special connection or a friend there, and rather than posting on their Facebook timeline, which is easy to do and fine, to give them a call. And so I called a friend of mine that had a birthday, and I said, hey, Facebook let me know that today was your birthday, but I thought you deserved more than a little post on your timeline. Oh my gosh, what a blessing for both of us at that time.
Oh yeah, I try to do birthdays every day, and if I miss, I do belated birthdays,
Mhm.
because I think It means a lot to people. It
Yeah.
means a lot to me when I have, I don't know, let's take a wild guess. If I have 2,400 people on as friends on Facebook, which by the way, I know all of them because I have to know a person and I've actually spoken to them to have them as a Facebook friend. Doesn't mean I know them all as well as others, but I know all of them. But anyway, I make sure and give them all birthday greetings because I know that it means a lot to me. Let's say only 250 of them, send me a birthday greeting. It doesn't matter. It means a lot from those people that took a minute. Even if all they say is happy birthday and nothing else, it means a lot. So you're exactly right, Scott. When you have like their cell phone and you can call them or text them or
Yep.
whatever, I like to send those little emojis of myself, to people.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're fun and it makes people smile.
It is really important.
Yeah.
And yeah, just to be able to reach out. Another good one is on LinkedIn, because we'll also get those notifications that says this person just got a new job, they got a promotion, they graduated from some educational program, and to be able to send them a note there is wonderful. And at least like it or I like the celebrate button on LinkedIn.
I like the celebrate thing. Yeah, I like that the hands.
Yep. So give them a little celebration, and again, you're acknowledging them, and part of it is that when you go through that act of going, oh, Russ, I just was on LinkedIn. I saw you had a book signing. Congratulations. Well, it also lodges that in my brain, so the next time we connect, if we have a face-to-face conversation, if we have a Zoom meeting, I can refer back to that moment and go, now I remember you just got a promotion, you just got a new job, you had some event in your life, because I took that moment to celebrate it.
Right. Yeah. No, it means a ton. It does. I mean, so this is another thing, another little hint for anybody that's watching, and that is if you connect with somebody and you want to be really authentic, it's not that you're never going to miss anything. It's not that you're going to see everything coming through, but every opportunity you have to acknowledge that person, because you get back what you give out. So every chance you get to acknowledge that person means a lot. So another friend on LinkedIn, they had a big birthday thing. Her name's Nancy Barros, and she's really nice gal, good friend now in a short amount of time. And I made sure they were making a big deal out of her birthday, which was awesome. And so I made sure to acknowledge and send her messages. I sent her a couple messages, and then they did a live show acknowledging her birthday. And I try to go on those live shows whenever I can, whenever it works out, and enter in a comment. So let them know you're there. So just like Scott and I, when you come to the Experience Live with Russ and Scott, let us know you're there. Like it, do whatever, and also send a little message. Say, hey, good morning, whatever. It means a lot to them. And so I made sure on the live shows to say happy birthday and say something, right? Because it's meaningful. I mean, it shows them that you really have taken time and you weren't a one and done connection. One and done connections are the ones you get immediately back. They're trying to sell you a product. They don't really care about you. They're trying to sell you something. That's the only reason they're connecting. And that's not a connection, by the way.
I had a LinkedIn request this morning. And because I go by my middle name, Scott, and use my first initial D, so D period. So I often get these automated messages. And this one was from a person that we have a couple of connections in common. And so okay. But his message says, hey, D, period, comma. And so I was like, okay, so you didn't even really work too hard. No greeting would be better. If it just said, hello, and nothing, it would have been better. And he said, this is who I am. I'm this role in this type of company. And I'm looking at expanding my network in recruiting firms in Washington State. And if you looked at my LinkedIn profile, I live in Oregon, very clear. And I have no I'm not a recruiting firm. There's nothing in my profile that says I have anything to do with human resources or recruiting talent or anything like that.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so I actually wrote back to him and said, I'm in Oregon and I'm not involved in recruiting.
Well, you know, I am not complete. I used to be. I used to be completely opposed to automatic replies on things or automatic send outs. I'm not as completely opposed as I used to, because I know that if you send a personal greeting and the person that's actually having it sent out actually is involved in writing what's being sent out. The thing that I suggest to people, though, is that number one, be very selective and specific about who you're sending to. And number two, don't put the auto greeting on. So just for an example, this morning, I learn things every day. And this morning, my guest on Marketing with Russ, AKA hashtag Russ Selfie, is Mark Mawhinney. And he's a natural born coaches. He has the coaching jungle. Guy's incredible. He's great. And so anyway, he sends out daily emails. So he's really encouraged me. I'm actually sending out daily emails now as well.
Doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so just a short little, something that connects people to you. Anyway, he suggests, and I do this all the time, no auto name at the top, because if you use those programs that do that, like Scott said, it's going to grab whatever it thinks is the first name, and you'll end up offending some people because they don't.
Well, there's a particular business accelerator that I'm connected to, and I want to receive their email, so I haven't unsubscribed from the list, and they consistently send me emails that say, "Dear bracket bracket file name bracket bracket," and I know who they are, and I know that they have a lot of volunteers that work at that accelerator. But this is one of those things where it's just like, if you just remove that, I wouldn't think that you're unprofessional.
Yeah.
So anyway, hey Russ, I'm going to move you into the green room, and then we'll close this out. But thanks for sharing your information. Congratulations again on your book. I really enjoyed being at the book signing, and just as I said, watching you in your natural habitat and talking with them.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, good to see everybody. Have a great day.
All right. So we do have the boot camp challenge. I'm going to take my we got the boot camp, networking boot camp this week on the 8th through the 11th, 2 to 3:30 Pacific time. And tune in each day. These will be recorded, and the videos will be available until noon Pacific time on Saturday. So if you miss something, no problem. Today we're going to talk about the ROI of networking and get you prepared, because there will be homework this week, especially tomorrow on Tuesday. You're going to have homework to do. So watch the video, do your homework, and be ready for business networking boot camp coming up all this week. I'm excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And with that, we're going to wind down this section.